Alright guys, we're going to continue with our math lessons this week on time. So today we're going to start talking about the different parts of the day. So yesterday we talked about things that take us more time or less time, what things we can get done really quickly like throwing on a t-shirt, or does it take us more time if we have to button a lot of buttons. And so we had that conversation yesterday about more and less time. And today in our lesson, we're going to talk about the order of the day. So things that we do in the morning, things that we do in the middle of the day, we call that the afternoon, and then things we do in the evening into nighttime. And so you may know, like you may say, oh, Miss Freeman, I know in the morning I get up, I brush my teeth, I might have, I get dressed, I have breakfast. Those are all things we do in the morning. In the middle of our day, those may be changing a little bit for some of us. Now that we're at home a little more than we usually were before, so some of our middle of the day activities may be a little different. And then our maybe later evening, we have supper, we take a bath, we brush our teeth, maybe you have a bedtime story, then you go to bed. And so for everybody, that looks a little bit different. But today we're going to talk about a friend named Max and a friend named Rose. And so they're going to give us 3 things that they do, and we're going to put them in the order that they go in. So on your chart today, on the side that has the sunshine, that's going to represent the morning. Then we have our boxes in the middle. That's going to be the middle of the day. And then over here, later evening going into the nighttime is how we're going to do it. So my first friend is Max. And so Max starts his morning by getting up, and one thing that he does is he brushes his teeth. So in your first box in the morning, you're going to draw, and it can just be a little stick person. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You're going to draw Max, and he's going to be brushing his teeth. So Miss Freeman just kind of made a stick man, and I put a little toothbrush in his hand. Nothing fancy. We're just kind of showing that that's what he's doing in the morning. In the middle of his day, he's going to go outside and play, which I've really been enjoying going outside with this warm weather lately. So you could draw him kind of just outside, going down a slide, any of those things. You could draw him swinging on a swing set. Anything that you think would be fun for Max to do outside. Maybe he's getting ready to get on the swing, but he's outside. We can tell he's playing outside in your picture. So here's my middle of the day. There's a swing there. There's some grass. Max is going to go swing. And then at the end of Max's day, later in the evening, Max is going to read a bedtime story. So we're going to draw Max again. And this time, my friend Max, he's going to have like a book in his hand. And maybe he's showing me some words. He's going to read a book right before bedtime. So there's my Max and his book that he's getting ready to read. So we can see that the morning, afternoon, and evening, all the things that happen in Max's day. Now, my next friend, her name is Rose. And so Rose is going to do a few things the same and a few things different. So in the morning, Rose has breakfast. Now, you can choose any kind of breakfast food that you want to give Rose. It does not matter. So we're going to make, and I'm making her still kind of a stick figure, but she's a girl. I'm giving her some hair. And then I'm going to draw like a table. I'm going to put her a plate and maybe a cup. She's going to have maybe some pancakes and bacon on her plate. So she's going to have some breakfast. Something in your box. If you want to pause the video now and add some details to that picture, feel free to do so. So she's eating breakfast. In the middle of her day, she's going to do the same thing as Max. She's going to go outside to play. So somewhere in that middle box, you're going to draw something. You could draw the same thing. Maybe she's going swinging. Maybe she is sliding down a slide. You can decide what outdoor activity that she is going to do. I think I'm going to have her go down a slide. I think that would be a fun thing. So here's my breakfast, and then here's my little slide. She's going to climb up and go sliding down. So she is playing on the playground. Now, for her afternoon activity, she is going to go to sleep. So you might draw just like a rectangle bed, and I'm going to make her a little pillow, and I'm going to draw her kind of laying down. She looks a little different because I've got her laying down sideways on her bed in this picture. So I've got her little bed. She's laying on her bed. She's going to go to sleep. Excellent, because that's her nighttime evening activity. Now, on the back for number 1, when you flip over your paper, these are pretty easy tasks. So number 1 says that we're going to circle the pictures that show something that happened during the day. So a key thing to know that it's happening during the day, we're probably going to see a sunshine. We're going to see some morning or afternoon activity. So we know it's happening in the morning during the day. So look at your pictures, and I want you right now to circle the ones that you know are happening during the daytime. So that would be, sun's out, maybe they're outside playing, they woke up. Those are all daytime activities. Now, on our nighttime activities, we're going to put an X through those. So look for your nighttime activities. And don't be tricked, because some things we do in the day and the night, like brushing our teeth. We do that in the morning and at night. But I have to look really close out that window. There's a moon and stars out. So I know that it's getting to be later in the day. So double check your paper. Miss Freeman has completed mine. So I put an X on brushing my teeth at night, put an X on reading the story. I have to be a little careful with this one. It's showing me this is the evening because they turned on a lamp. And so it's trying to show me that that's an evening time later in the night. And then this is my friend sleeping with the moon outside. So I know that it's a nighttime activity. Awesome. So let's look at number 2, 3, and 4. Now, these are kind of tricky. So we have to look at each one and decide, are these showing something that's in order? So we want it to show morning, afternoon, night, or morning, afternoon, evening. So in the first one, does that show morning first? Now, this always comes up in kindergarten because sometimes during the school year, we wake up and it's still dark outside. And so some kiddos always say, but I'm still brushing my teeth sometimes when it's dark outside. And that is true. So sometimes you have to be pretty careful about knowing that whether that's morning or nighttime. But this one is showing us he's brushing his teeth at night. So that one is not in order based on morning, evening, and night. Let's look at number 3, our cat friend. She's eating breakfast. That would be in the morning. Oh, she decides she's going to read a book. Maybe she's at the library. It looks like she has lots of books behind her. And then she goes home in the evening and she calls her grandma. So that one's in order, right? We're going to circle that whole section. So we're going to go around all of the cats because it shows us that those are in order. Morning, afternoon, evening. And number 4. My friend's having some toast for breakfast. She goes outside. She's working in her garden. And then for supper that night, she's having spaghetti. So are those events in order based on the order of the day? Yes, they are. So in the morning, She had toast. In the afternoon, she went out and worked in her garden. And then in the evening, she had spaghetti for dinner. So your paper should look like this. Number 3 and number 4 are circled all the way around those boxes. All right. You guys did a super job today for math. I know it was a little longer of an activity to work on. Tomorrow, we're going to continue talking about order of events, but we're going to be talking about words that are very familiar to you, like first, next, last, which one comes before, which one comes after, and then by Thursday and Friday, we get to the clock. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Happy Math Day.